welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a special guest, Ulises, my husband. We are actually going to be doing a updated life update.
An update on our life.
Yes.
Video.
Our life update video for you guys.
Yeah.
We went on Instagram and we asked you guys to ask us some questions just so we can give you guys a little update on what we've been doing, how we have been, all that good stuff. Yeah. I also am going to have Ulises let you guys know what we're going to be doing on his channel.
We have a little surprise at the end. Okay, so like just continue to watch the video. We have a big announcement. If you guys have been following my Instagram, I've been saying that Blanca and I have been working on something, so we're finally going to be able to let you guys know what that is, and I will give you guys the rest of the info at the end. But for right now, we're going to let you guys know what we've been up to, how things have been, things of that nature. So. And
it's two big announcements, guys. Originally, it was just going to be my announcement that I wanted to announce with you guys, and then Ulises decided to be spontaneous, and he's like, you know what, let's just do it. Yeah. Let's just do what we have to do, and that's going to be on his channel.
Right. So it's been one of those things where there's a lot going on, and we haven't updated you guys on our life in a while, right? So I said, man, we might as well just tell them everything now, and give you guys, at least a direction of where we're headed. So it's gonna be cool. Stay tuned. There's a lot of good stuff in store.
Yeah, I was telling Lisa's that I feel like we haven't updated you guys in so long, and it's crazy because even with my vlog channel, I feel like people have noticed that I haven't even established a normal routine. I don't vlog the way that I used to vlog. Back home, I would wake up with the kids and my mornings, showering them, you go to work, and then
it's a whole lifestyle change though, because I tell her, when it gets hard, it's like, man, we just moved the whole ass city. Yeah. We change our whole life after so long, so it's hard to establish a routine when you're adapting to your, surroundings. So
a lot's changed. A lot has changed. Our lives have changed, and I think we kind of owe you guys that, little update to let you guys know why we haven't been,
I think after this video, they're gonna really know, what's happening. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this stuff, obviously we're letting you guys know now because we've been working on it for months. So, not everything has to be announced. We've learned that, it's better to just put in the work and then, when things are ready, because then, you don't get anywhere when people know your business.
Oh shit!
What?
The fucking towel laid on my leg, and I thought it was a fucking rat or something. Oh my god, that was scary.
Lady first.
Okay. Oh, this one's a nice one. This one's actually from one of my friends from back home. She put, has quarantine affected or enhanced your relationship? First place to travel after this is all over. That was a good question.
I feel like it's enhanced. I feel like it's enhanced the relationship because not just so much because we moved and we have more time for each other because we didn't have so much family around and friends. Not saying that was a bad thing back home, but we now have just us, right? So we're able to spend more time together. So simple things, just walks, even just talking outside, in the backyard with the kids, stuff like that. So I've been able to enjoy that more. And then I think as far as the travel part for me, we still haven't went to Europe.
I know. That's gonna be...
I'm not saying that's going to be the first trip because we want to go in the summer. So I have the credit to go whenever I want up till next August, I think. So the time is there, but I don't know. Who knows when our first trip, I feel like it's going to be something quick and something relaxing because I feel like we do need it. And after you guys watch the video, honestly, you are going to be like, take your couple days because there's a lot of stuff. But I think, Europe is the big one, but maybe somewhere smaller to begin with.
Yeah, I feel like we need something tropical for sure.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like I said, I even told Lisa's because if you guys follow him on Instagram, you guys know that he actually has a studio now that he cuts at. And when he told me he was going to be cutting hair and stuff, because I cannot get this guy to ever quit fucking barbering. He just loves it too much. And then I was like, you're going to leave me? I have gotten so used to him being with me 24/7, guys, that I'm you would think that I'd be annoyed by now, but I'm actually sad when he's I'm like, you're leaving me for a whole day.
Hey, but you have to let them know and appreciate the little things you do because, you start seeing oh damn, I can't count on him for this right now because he's at work. So I'm not saying that she's never hated on me wanting to cut hair, but I just felt you know what? it's also good for me. You know, it's also good for me to be able to step out because a lot goes on in the house, especially with the stuff that we do now. It's so much more mentally than it is physical as far as like the work and the stress and stuff. And so it feels good for me to go out there and do something I love and get my mind off things. 2
babies.
Yeah. On top of that, the 2 babies. Yeah. So it's hard. That's what I think about now that I leave. If people do ask, like, how is it now getting back into barbering? And honestly, it's crazy because I haven't, you know, I'm not used to being away from the kids for that long. So when I am out, I'm like, crap, the kids have to go to sleep already. Or I wonder if Blanca's doing okay, if she got her stuff done. So I think about her a lot first, you know, before I actually, you know, go off and do other things, like when it comes to that. But, I mean, we make it work, you know. It's just I told her something, you know, people always wanted me to establish something out here. And I was able to do something that I'm not so obligated to be at. That's the difference. It's not a barbershop, it's a studio. So if I go in, I cut. If I don't go in, I just don't go in. So it's something that's just there for me to do it when I want to. So we just actually relocated to Hollywood. So if anybody's interested in an appointment, all the information is on my page. So it's pretty easy, but it's cool.
And I'm excited. I feel like that's just like a therapy for him. He doesn't ever see it like a job.
That's what it's become, I think, more now. Before it was a job, and that's like, how can I get away from that and it just be something, get back to the basics, like me really enjoying it. I'm not saying I wasn't before, but it just becomes very repetitive and draining and tiring, and I'm just there all day and doing the same thing. So I wanted to have fun with it again, and I think that's where I'm at with it now.
Yeah, and he's been teaching too, like he has like one-on-one classes, so it's been good. And I tell him all the time, like he just said right now, he's always like panicking now that he's so used to like being here all the time. You know, he'll leave for a couple hours and he's like, oh my god, like Blanca's probably like stressed, or she's probably like panicking and having to put the kids to sleep, you know, by herself, because it's 2 of them now. And if they go through moods where they want both of us at the same time sometimes, where it's like sometimes they're just so attached to me and then sometimes they just won't leave Elisa alone. So it's like we have to be able to keep one and one in order for us to have a routine. But I always tell him, I'm like, dude, just go have your fun, do what you gotta do. Like, you know, I tell him like it's okay to feel like you need to desahogarte sometimes and go and hang out, even if it's just having like lunch or fucking coffee with your friend. Like, do it.
It's stuff like that. Like I told her, I'm not even used to being out, even with my friends at times. I just choose always to be rather at home and help out whatever I can, you know, to progress throughout the week. But sometimes it is needed. Like, it's one of those things that the other day we went out with my cousin and then a couple friends, and I was out there and I was at first like, man, you know, I don't know if, you know, thinking already the kids and a bunch of other stuff, but then I went and I had fun and I was like, cool, you need it, you know?
Yeah, he came home and he's like, you didn't even care that I got home late. I was like, I mean, like his cousin was telling me, he was hella preocupado and he was just like, oh, Blanca, like she needs to put the kids to sleep, like I just need to get home. I was like, I was chilling, the kids were asleep.
So I create my own damn problems in my head, I think, most of the time, but everything's cool, and I think we both understand that we do need our time because we are home a lot together. So like it is healthy more than anything for like your sake, you know? Yeah. So it's cool.
Me, I'm a natural homebody. I'm at home all day, 24/7. Me is all I need is like the kids asleep, Lisa's asleep, me outside having a movie night, and I'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. With myself, you know.
But I mean, we know how to balance it out. I mean, even sometimes if she puts Camila to sleep and Max is already asleep, and I'll stay in the living room, work on some stuff, and then boom, you know, plan the next day. Yeah. Vice versa. So we make it work somehow.
Yeah, that was one question.
I know.
We're fucking like 20 minutes in already.
We might have already answered 10 more with that big ass answer.
Yeah, no, that was like, honestly, I think we just gave you guys a brief of like how our lives have been in general. Because, you know, before, guys, we used to have so much family back home that if we needed something, we would just drop off the kids at my mom's, drop off the kids with my sister, drop off the kids at Lisa's parents' house, drop off the kids, you know? So it's like, now it's like our lives went from like, whoa, to now be parents of 2 kids and still working so much, and we have so many things that are happening, you know, aside from like YouTube. And I feel like I've been pretty consistent with my YouTube channel too. I'm so proud of me. Like, I feel like me hyping myself up. I feel like I'm so proud of just how far I've even come, and the fact that I'm back to doing YouTube videos that I actually love and enjoy, and it doesn't feel like they're forced. Not that they were forced before, but like it felt like I was just kind of like going in the moment of what was popping. As opposed to like me posting stuff that I love, which is like fashion and makeup and beauty and like stuff that makes me feel good, where I sit down and I feel like I'm helping you guys out, and like I feel like I went back to like what Lisa said. I went back to the basics just like he did, and I feel like we're in a place where we're just happy with how life is just flowing. It just it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like we're trying too much. Like, it just feels right.
Yeah,
you know?
and the thing is about out here, like, people ask the difference. Maybe I'll answer a question with this one. Like,
Yeah.
they ask, how is it from Stockton to LA? The difference, and everything's just faster over here. You know what I mean? Like, you have to adapt to how things go. And out here, it's like one day you'll feel, like, really good, and the next day it's just, like, man, it's tough. Like, did we really make the right choice of coming over here? She had one of those days the other day, and I told her, you have to, with me, in my head, I put it, like, it's going to get hard for sure because we're adjusting to something completely new, but you figure it out. And even with me, I relocated the studio, and it wasn't even a big deal to me because it was just like, well, things weren't going as planned here. Let's move it over here, something more convenient for you guys, you know, because I understand how things work out here. It's all about the distance and the time that it gets, you know, that it takes to get somewhere, because everything jumps from 10 miles, I should say, to like 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
And it's that stress that comes along with it too, you know?
Yeah, so, you know, we just figure it out, keep pushing. So, you know, that's the biggest thing. Everything back home's a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know where everything's at.
That's the
you don't
stress
really
part that I'm
rush
talking
to
about,
do things because you know that it's so easy to just have access to getting there at a certain time. So you just kind of take your time with things. But here you do a bunch of stuff. So we like that. You know, it's more of our pace.
Yeah, and that is a valid point where you're saying that it's such a difference, because we sit here and we're so comfortable with how life was in Stockton because we knew what we had. We knew what a normal day looked like.
Yeah, but everything
you know?
harder is it's like, you know, it's not comfortable. Yeah, you're supposed to get uncomfortable, but I mean, you guys already know about all that. You know, that's something that people always say, but when you're actually living through it, you're like, damn, you know, this is so it's like little reminders of anything. I think like that's why it's good with when you post clothes, when I post clothes, because those things are just reassuring you that it's part of like what you're after. You know what I mean?
And anybody could do anything, guys. You guys already know that I'm always the one that tries to push people. Like, even my friends, like my family, like, I feel like if you were to tell me I want to fucking build an astronaut, not an astronaut. what do astronauts use?
A spaceship?
Like, yes.
A rocket?
You wanted a rocket. If you wanted to build a fucking
spaceship.
rocket or a spaceship and go to fucking Mars, like, I would hype you up. I would be like, you could do it.
Yeah.
Like, you could fucking do it. I'm like, if you want to build
everything is almost the same. You know, it's the same kind of process for everything.
Yeah.
But let's get on to one more question. So, okay, so how have your guys' businesses been able to grow ever since you moved to SoCal? So work-wise, let's say.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm so fucking busy. I work all day.
Yeah, right? We work a lot now, I feel.
Oh my god.
I feel like I kid you guys not, and I don't know if it was just the quarantine thing, but I feel like people were bringing that up, but we just don't know what day it is sometimes. Like Monday, Friday, boom. You're like, crap, busy. So a lot of people sometimes think that since we work from home, we're just chilling here, but man, I think it's more work. Sometimes it is.
We work from the moment I wake up, I open my eyes, to the moment I go to sleep, like, I'm working, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, the whole quarantine thing happened right when we moved out here, like a month after. And we were just kind of like, shit. Like, I feel like everybody was stuck, like, not knowing what's going to happen to businesses. Ulises was closed, you know, with his business. That was the income that was coming in from him. And businesses were closing, and they were like, okay, 1 month, and then that 1 month went to 2 months, and 3 months, and 4 months, and
you just don't know what to expect.
Stock market was gonna crash, and all this crazy stuff was happening, and then at that moment we were just kind of like, shit, like, what is gonna happen, you know? Like, what we don't. It was the unexpected. I'm fucking illiterate today. It was the unexpected. Like, we did not know what was gonna happen, and it was scary, you know, to think, but thankfully, like, thank God, like, we were able to continue to keep that drive of working, that we actually used the time that we had here at home to our advantage to literally build. And when I tell you guys build, I mean build.
Yeah, build.
Like, in 2021, next year, everything that we did from, like, January and even years prior to this coming year is going to just come to life, and I am just so thankful and excited for everything that's like happening with our business, you know?
You know, that's why we're blessed right now too, and you know, obviously the 2 announcements that are coming towards the end of the video, you guys will start to align and put the pieces together. But you know, to me, business wise, like, it's up and down, you know what I mean? Like, with me, I obviously have my shop. I stopped cutting hair completely, so I had to figure it out, but I had my Sharp and Dapper brand online, so I was able to one of the main goals, and if I backtrack a little bit, was to grow and rebrand my Sharp and Dapper collection brand, which is like hair products, beard products, all that stuff. Thankfully, to this moment right now, I have a full line now. The full line that I wanted to accomplish for the year is done. So thankfully, that happened. and it's been doing great. Thanks for your guys' support. Other than that, the shop was like up and down because I lost some people. It was closed. I have, 6, 7, 8 people that I was managing, so it's hard, like, everybody has different views on things, especially with everything going on in the world. So that was kind of hard to deal with, but thankfully now we're slowly getting back into it. I started hiring some new people, so my team is pretty soon going to be at 9 people where it was, and I did add 3 chairs in the beginning of the year, so I'm trying to get it to 12 before the year ends, which will happen, God willing. Other than that, I mean, I feel like my business grew a lot more being out here. I was able to focus on my online, like I told you guys, which was the goal, and then I'm just continuing to work on other stuff that I wanted to pursue, and obviously you guys will know in a bit.
It's that focus, though. It's that focus that you lose sometimes when you're so comfortable with how you're living life. And sometimes I even tell Elisa's, like, how did we even manage to build as much as we did, like, back home when
so much was going on?
So much was happening, like, we would prefer at that point, like, okay, like, Friday, Friday's coming up, and it's like, okay, well, where are we going? Where are we going for dinner? Where are we going this? Where are we doing that? And it's like, as opposed to, like, now it's like, okay, well, we need to make sure our work's done, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do,
Yeah, and even working through the weekends a lot, obviously the year was, I guess, different because of everything going on. So, yeah, we weren't going on the weekends, we were working through them, but it's able to get us ahead, and that's why now, like, next year, I feel like this year is just a lot of building blocks, but I think we're able to finally find a balance with our businesses that we both have and come together and, create a balance in what we're trying to do later. So it's been dope. I think, it's definitely been a plus being out this way.
So this question's going to be kind of like following along what you just said, but how do you stay motivated to achieve any goal that is difficult or stress time, like right now with COVID?
You have to create your own motivation, I feel, sometimes, because with everything going on, things being closed, there's really no structure in your day, you get me? Like, things are closed, so you automatically, there's so much negative going on right now that I think you put it in your head that you can't do anything, but I feel like you can improvise and do a lot. At least write a game plan of what you're trying to do, and then just slowly work towards it, do your research, information, whatever it is that you want to do. You can't just jump into something because that's why things are scary, because you jump in there with no knowledge. But if you actually, like, study the stuff that you're trying to do, get advice from people, reach out to people, you start to create, like, I guess sources of where you're headed, and then boom. I think it's it's a day-to-day thing, though, for sure. It's not something that you just get good at, because just as much as we're motivated, we have our bad days too. Mm-hmm. And we had our bad days throughout the quarantine as well. So I'm
just so happy that I don't think we ever had bad days together. I feel like you kind of kept me sane, and I kept you sane, because we went through transitions.
She knows, she knows. Whether it was my business and I was stressing about certain things weren't really happening, with what we do right now, what we're doing next, there was a lot of moments where it was a waiting game, where we were just there was no momentum, so we have to, like, recreate that. We have to get hyped up again, and
a lot of investing, guys, a lot of money being just kind of like
thrown in,
invested, and us just looking at our bank accounts like, what's happening, like, are we going to be okay, is this a smart decision, should we be doing this right now? It was a lot of downfalls, but if there's one thing about us, is that we are both so, like, aventados, like, we both are so down to just take risks that we're just like, fuck it, like, this is what's gonna happen,
like, the faith in what we're trying to do. Like, we already know, like, that it's gonna work, and it's just a matter of putting the right pieces together, and then that's how things usually go.
So a lot of people think that the big announcement is that we're pregnant.
Woo! No. It's not. It is not. But another question, since we're on the baby topic, is how do you guys, I just read this one, so how do you guys make time for both of your babies with so much going on? I'll let you say that.
Man, guys, life, difficult. I literally give it to all the moms, my single moms out there who have raised children, my mother who raised 5, like, your mom, the time when your dad was away and stuff, raised kids, because goddamn, it's hard.
Yeah, it is tough.
As far as balance, I feel like we continue to just stick with routines. You know what I mean? I feel like I've probably had the hardest time adjusting. I feel like Lisa's kind of picked up really, really well, but bedtimes and morning times, all those things.
I feel like at first it was very hard for Blanca because, like I told you guys, she had a routine before. Here it wasn't, so I adjusted to a routine quick. Like I already knew, and obviously the babies keep growing, so that certain things change. But with my day, it was very structured for the most part. You know, wake up, you know, work out before the kids get up. Once they get up, I get them. But if she decided to sleep in, that's where her day went, you know? And then she wanted to get up and do a million things, and I told her, man, it's tough to do that because, like, one baby might be fussy, the other one might want to be eating, and it's hard with two because, literally Max will be having a bad day, and then he's, for example, jealous of Camila, and then I'm trying to, like, cater to Camila,
that's
too.
something we've been dealing with right now. Max is not having a sister
so,
right now.
So he wants to play and be all doing all this, and then I grab her because she needs to eat or get changed, and then he's crying. So it's tough. And I feel like with me, I do cancel a lot of things I got to do sometimes, like projects, just a creative project that I want to start designing for the next couple of weeks. I can't get to it because I can't be doing this when the babies are right here, you know? Like, they're not going to let me. So it's just an everyday thing. But now, Blanca just started kind of changing her lifestyle, getting up earlier, working out. You see it? So now our day is very easy to me because now she's on my pace, she's on my schedule, so we're able to do a lot more early.
Which we haven't.
And I told her,
8 years that I have been with him.
And I told her, like,
we've never
I
been
told
on the
her,
same schedule.
the day that you start getting up early, like, your life's gonna change because.
And by early, guys, we mean like fucking like he wakes up at 5. Okay, I'm going to sleep at
6.
5.
Okay, yeah, okay, like 6. Okay, not that early, but I try to wake up. I mean, shoot, if I could be up at 5:30, that'll be lovely, but it's hard. But I told her, they start getting up early, we're going to start doing stuff. And that doesn't mean 5, 6. It can mean 7, 8. Like, you know,
right.
Just earlier. And thankfully, it's been working out a lot better because I get up, I work out, do what I got to do. And then the kids get up, I grab them. And then she gets up, she works out, she showers, she gets ready. We start saying, I got to do these 3 things because Blanca's a day planner from the day of. Me, I planned the night before. So now I'm like, okay, what do you have to do? Well, I have to go pick up these boxes. I have to go to the post office. I got to do this. I'm like, cool. It's only like 11:30. So now we beat the traffic before funny. 3. You get me? So
it was
now
funny because we started doing that, right, guys?
To know.
I told Yvette was like, damn, like we don't have enough hours in the day. And then I was like, nah, bitch, we just been sleeping through them. I was like, there's actually a lot of hours in the day.
There's a lot of hours in the day. So now going back to the question of how do you make time. So now you guys are starting to follow me that we finished our stuff before 3 p.m. roughly, so now we have the afternoon for the babies.
Go swimming with the kids, play with the kids,
whatever the case may be, go on a walk, all those little things. And even when the week gets hard, middle of the week, I'm like, hey, let's go outside and take a walk with the kids. And boom, it kind of just refreshes you.
And then by 8 o'clock, they're in bed.
Yeah.
They're sleeping, and then we can have a little bit of time to just ourselves or even get work done.
Yeah.
And then, but now we would be going to sleep early. So the reason why I was a late sleeper when I would live in Stockton, and even like in the beginning here, it's because Ulises has always been an early sleeper. He goes to sleep at 10, 11 o'clock, you know? Me, I'm working, you know, because I was so dependent of spending so much time with the kids and making sure that they were in bed, blah, 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 that by the time I hit, 9 o'clock, I was like in work mode, you know? It was 9 o'clock and then it was like 4 in the morning. I would go to sleep, he would wake up, and I'd be like on my computer, on my phone, like just like working till 4 o'clock in the morning. So then I would have to sleep from, 5, 6, how am I going to wake up in 3 hours, you know? So I would wake up 10, 11 o'clock. But then by that point, I needed to like change those hours where I'm waking up, getting my important stuff done, making sure the kids are taken care of, fed, ready, and then my work, and then playtime with the kids, you know? So I'm proud of us. I feel like we've really, like, it's taken a long fucking time for us to get to the point where we're comfortable, and it's like, we're still at work to do, don't get me wrong, but it's nice. It's flowing good. And we have a team of people now who are helping us, who make things so much easier for us. Yeah. Work has been great. Shout out to the team. We don't have to worry so much about getting the important stuff out, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't think, like, they're like, well, you guys just do YouTube videos, like, what the fuck are you guys doing at home, you know? But there's a lot happening. There's a lot like, if you guys saw my background, like, you guys would see everybody has a little station, and it's like everybody's
not working, just to mention,
you know?
Like, you guys just see a final product sometimes or whatever the case may be, but you guys don't see, like, when we go do it, when we go get it, when we're designing it, like how long it takes to even release it. A lot of people sometimes want like answers right away, or
even just a simple shirt like this, you know what I mean? Like,
takes some thinking,
you know, for me to just be like, I'm just gonna put but you're not mad, right? You know, yeah, it's easy to say, but now I have to pick the color, I have to pick the quality of the shirt, I have to pick what my tag looks like. I want to see if I want to do screen printing or embroidery, but then I don't want to just drop this one, I want to drop another style, you know? So it's like, this is just one of many things. I'm
Yeah.
a YouTuber, and then I'm a mom, and then like I'm a wife, and like I have other businesses that I'm working currently on. So it's like a lot's going on, you know. But I'm happy. I don't complain at all. I feel like there's never been a day where I'm like, why is this happening, or why am I exhausted? Like I would never complain about work, because there's so many people out there who aren't working, that it's like I'm just thankful that I even wake up and I am blessed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been rambling, and yeah, that one. Okay, so the next question is, any regrets moving to the LA area, which we kind of like skimmed through, and do you guys ever plan on moving back to Stockton?
What do you think? Should we just tell them something?
This is like such an exciting moment for us, guys, that
Yeah.
you can obviously see that we're like,
Yeah.
you know, it's ear to ear, because it's, if you guys have been following us for a long time, you know how, and I don't even want to talk too much because I might get emotional, but you guys already know. Oh my god.
Don't cry. It's a big moment, guys, because it's been hard, you know? It's been hard. Like, I always tell Blanca, like, man, like, ever since we got married, we've just been going forward, and so much has happened. And then we wondered, man, like, what's going to happen next? Like, I feel like we're always on the go. We haven't been able to settle, but thankfully, you know, we've been having, you know, positive things happening for us. And, you know, I feel like God always puts you in the right position, like, with time. And thankfully, we were able to make the move out here. And then now...
My ugly crying face again.
And now... You know, we're very close to finally tell them.
Hold on, let me get myself together. You know, what, like this, not around this time last year was when we made our announcement?
I think it was.
Moving over here?
I think it was around...
October, right?
Around there, yeah.
November? So you guys already know, like, I fucking ugly cried face on my other video. And us moving, I think, was, like, the scariest thing. But everything happens for a reason, like Lisa said. And what's happening?
We're purchasing a house.
We literally just got approved to buy, like, not even...
It's alright. Take your time.
I don't even know what I'm great. I didn't expect, I feel like we just kind of blurred that out, but we didn't expect for it to happen so quick. And when we moved out here, we were renting. This house that we're in right now, we're renting. We didn't want to make like the big decision, like, okay, like originally I told him, I was like, do you want us to just go and like buy a house in LA, you know? Mind you guys, like properties out here are not
it's crazy.
$300,000 like in Stockton, you know, and it felt like the dream felt impossible, you know. So I was just like, okay, well, there's just nothing that we're gonna do besides be able to go rent somewhere. So we ended up renting, and mind you guys as well, like rent out here is crazy expensive. And I told him, I was like, we need to just find out if we even like it out here. What if we move and we freaking hate it? Like, what if we hate it and we don't like the area, or we made the wrong decision, or like, I don't know, the kids or something, you know. Like, I'm always constantly thinking about making sure that we're making the right decision. And I told him, I was like, it felt like it was going to take us a really long time to get to the point where we were able
like years, you know?
Yeah, to get to this point. Because on top of that, guys, like anytime that you guys are around like influencers, don't assume that an influencer doesn't want to purchase a house because they can't, or they don't have the money or anything. It's hard. When you're self-employed, you have a better chance of being able to get a home if you're working a normal 9-to-5 job, as opposed to being self-employed, because a lot goes behind it.
Yeah.
Which is even harder for us because we're both self-employed. Ulysses doesn't have a normal, you know, job. I don't have a normal job. So for us to be able to even get approved for something is the biggest fucking accomplishment.
It's like you really gotta prove yourself, you know?
Yeah, and I told Ulysses, like, that's the only thing, you guys already know, that's the only thing that I've ever wanted or worked for. Like, it could be anything. Like, even us just purchasing a car recently, like, it was very like I don't want to, like, you know, purchase this, like, I don't want to do this, because we're not ones to just kind of like throw our money and be like, oh, I want the nicest this or the nicest of that. Like, we save a lot. We think of our kids' futures, we think of them and put them before anything, and our retirement, to make sure that we don't know how long this is going to last. We need to make sure that we're covered. So our home is like that one accomplishment that I feel like that's it. Like all my hard work, all of Elisa's hard work is going to be that home.
Yeah.
And
it's a reward almost, you know?
Yeah, so on top of that, obviously, we have been on the market for a little bit of some time now. We wanted to make sure that things were good before we even like talked about it, because once again, anything could happen, you know? But our dream has always been to build our own home. So the process that we're in right now, we just got approved for our loan, which means that we're open to be able to do anything that we pretty much want, you know, and I feel like that's the biggest accomplishment, that we can literally do anything. When I tell you guys that you guys are going to see my dreams literally come to reality, like, this is the moment.
Yeah.
And
it's exciting, especially when, you know, you have the ability to be able to, like, you know, put things where you want, I guess you can say.
Yeah, so we've been meeting with like contractors, and the plan is to just the reason why we wanted to share this with you guys is because a lot of stuff have been not taken from us, but a lot of our privacy was taken from us, and I allowed myself to kind of like, how would you say, like tone down and not be so open like sharing with my life with you guys, because of those moments that did happen and how scared I was. And I told Elise, I was like, look, we're gonna buy a house, and I want the people who helped us be part of that journey and see those moments, you know, see that we're purchasing our new house and we're building and we're the process of it all. Like, I don't want to ever take that moment away from the people who genuinely care about us and support us, you know, because we wouldn't be here. We're not here because of the haters. We're here because of the people that love us. And I don't want to take that moment from you guys. So I told Lisa, like, I'm gonna share everything. I'm gonna share the transition, the purchasing part of it, the everything, you know. So we've been meeting with contractors. We're looking for land, you know, we're looking for some type of lot, a land. We want something super private. So in the area, you know, out here, we have a lot of choices because there's a lot of like open spaces and stuff like that. So we're looking for something with like a beautiful backyard. Our visions are going to just come into reality, and I just feel so proud of us. And I'm so happy, guys.
It's almost like everything that I feel like we do, like, we know we're going to get there one day, but it's just you keep working towards it. And right now I feel like we just feel it, you know, like it's there. We already see it. It's just a matter of time now. It's a waiting game.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, everything's going to be good, but that's one of the things we wanted to share with you guys. So we're super excited.
And we cannot wait to bring you guys along the journey. If you guys don't know, I do have a vlog channel. Most of you guys are pretty active on there, but I have a vlog channel that I'll have linked below, as well as here. It's Life with Evettexo, and I know I haven't been as like showing you guys my life in general these past couple of months because it's taken a long time. It's taken a long time because this whole year has been planning for this moment of us purchasing this house and having to prove that we can, you know, build this house, this home for our children. And I haven't been able to be active and be like my normal, like, morning guys, like I'm here with the kids, and you know, because it's been work.
Especially with purchasing a house, it's very up and down. Like one day you could be feeling like you're right there, and then boom, you backtrack a little bit, and it's like, well, this is needed.
So stressful.
It's stressful on top of everything else we have going on. So yeah, it is hard to be consistent with certain things, and you know, that's why with me, I took a break even from... I started my YouTube when I got here, but then I stopped it because everything else demanded more of me than just doing a video on something. You know what I mean? Like, I just...
And
it
he's
wasn't
the type
there.
of person that also needs to know that what he's doing is with love.
Yeah,
and if it's half-assed, he just doesn't feel like it's the right vibe, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to give you guys something that's not 100%. So, you know, obviously the YouTube is there, and, you know, I'm going to explain a little bit more about the next thing we're doing on that video, but we do
want to just even thank you guys too, that without any of you guys we would not be where we're at today. And if you guys want to head over to obviously my vlog channel, that's where we're going to be showing pretty much everything. Like you guys are going to be coming with us to meet with our contractors, see the homes that he has built, the properties, the lands that we're trying to like look at, and all of that good stuff, so you guys can be part of this journey with us. So yeah, it's just pretty much a waiting game. Here, obviously, on my main channel, you guys already know, it's a little bit more like life updates, sit-down videos, fun videos, makeup. I'm getting back to like my makeup stuff. The fashion videos like are the stuff that I really enjoy and that I love. So that's what I'm kind of keeping here. But my other channel is where you guys are going to be able to see everything happening, and I cannot wait for that big reveal where we're like...
Here it is.
My camera died, but I mean, my camera turned off.
Yeah,
but
so you can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for the big reveal where we just say this is it, this is our house, and Max and Camila, like our goal is that we are building our forever home, guys.
Yeah,
this is not just going to be, you know, a house that we come in and it sucks, and I feel like I got so emotional because I feel like that's what we felt with our other house, that it was going to be the home where we raised our kids, and unfortunately it didn't happen for us, but everything happens for a reason. It's crazy that back last year I was bawling my eyes out of sadness, and now I'm bawling my eyes out of happiness.
Yeah, it's just how things work. But sometimes I even look at videos and it says June, July, August of last year, and I found myself there was one point where I looked back and we were back at our first house before we actually even bought the other one. So it just showed me how fast things happen. You know, we didn't even last at the other one. So to get that taken away from us, obviously it was a big thing. But, you know, as long as, you know, we just had, you know, obviously the idea in mind that things would get better and stuff, and thankfully, you know, now we're here, trying to close off the year, you know, on the right note. So that's one of the announcements. We did want to say one more thing that we've been working on.
Yes, but that's going to be on Lisa's channel.
There's a lot.
Or are we saying it here too?
We're saying it here, but I'm going to give you guys the details.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're revealing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We can do it. Why, you're going to make me cry again?
No, we're not.
Well, Lisa's just going to cry this time. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so it's going to be a little taste of what we're doing. We're not going to tell you guys everything, but I do want you guys to know what we're doing, because I know this video has been so long. There's like so much, but it is a life update, and there's a lot goes on in our lives, so it has to be a long video. But thank you to everybody that watched until this moment, because I mean, this is something we've been working on since we moved here. And
thank you, babies. We're pregnant. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. But
yes, drum roll.
We're gonna give me a drum roll. So actually, first of all, I was announcing. We were quiet for a very long time. Okay, very quiet for a long time, working on it, seeing how things go. It's different because it's something that we're doing together.
Yes.
So
and we've never done anything together by ourselves.
Yeah, we haven't. So you start to know a little bit of how it works. But I told Blanca, like, look, I want to take a certain control over this, because with me, when I feel like I don't have control over something, I feel like I'm not so into it. And I told her, if we're doing a collaboration brand, I really want to be invested into this, like, in my mind. So you have to give me control over the things I want, like designing the logo, creating, you know, what it's about. Like, you know, she works very fast and she likes things done fast. But with me, I like taking my time with things. So
he's a perfectionist. I am too, but I like to be. I'm a person that has like 5 things happening at once.
Yeah, so she just likes.
He likes to do things that it takes time with one thing, and me, I like to work with 5 different things at one time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, we were able to come to an agreement over everything, and like I told you guys, you know, shout out to our team as well, who has been helping us with a lot of the inner stuff that goes into this, because this is something that takes multiple people for it to really work.
And months
of time, a lot of waiting, something that she's not used to, you know. But all right, enough talking.
I know.
Give me
drum roll
real quick here.
Okay, so how are we doing this though? Are you just saying the name? Or are you saying we're not saying what it is though, right?
No, we're not gonna tell you guys what it is, but we are collaborating. We are doing a brand together. We can't tell you guys exactly what we're doing yet. But
we're so excited, guys.
Super excited, me and her doing something, and it's not a brand that you guys are gonna just look at and say, oh, that's Ulises and Blanca. Like, this is the legit brand, but it's about us. The meaning behind the brand is what we believe in, being together,
our work ethic.
Yeah, it's something that is unisex, both men and women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's something that we wanted to really come together and do something that we both really, really love, and bring it out to you guys. And I feel like people look up to us for a lot of things, not just even the fashion side of things, you know, the motivating part. So there's a lot of things that tie into it, but you want to tell them the name?
Yeah. We're so dramatic.
Everybody's going to be like, just say the damn name. But see that, there I go. Super detailed, I have to tell you guys.
He was like, I need to plan this whole reveal. I'm like, babe, just announce it.
I've been stressing so much because I didn't know how to come about it to you guys. But the brand name is, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Act of Faith.
That's the name of our brand.
Drops mic. And you guys probably have no freaking idea what we're even talking about, but that's literally what you guys are going to get.
That's what the brand name is, Act of Faith. And,
yes.
And to explain a little bit about what it is, it's just a brand that we created when we moved out here, and I feel like it had a lot to do with our move. You know, I feel like it ties into it a lot because it was an act of faith. Like, we just jumped into something, but we believed in what we were after, and that, you know, eventually things will get put where they need to be. It's not. It's more of a spiritual meaning, you know, behind it.
It's not so much like it's not a religious thing, because I know it sounds like act of faith, but it does have some spiritual meaning behind it.
And
because
it's more
we're
so
strong believers, like affirmations and just trusting in like God and ourselves and what we put out, like
having faith in all your actions.
Yeah.
You know, going into a new venture, but having faith in what you're after, being committed, manifesting what you visually see, and actually putting the work to get there. And I feel like it's gonna be such a dope brand that you guys are gonna truly like. Like, we've put up so much. This is our third
baby, guys. Like, our child.
Yeah, there's been so much, and trust me, like, now when you put me and her together, it's like a lot of detail involved, but she also adds her flair in there, so it's so dope. And we put a lot of time to perfecting things. That's why it's taken since March up till now to even announce it. We're not even releasing it yet.
Yeah.
But we wanted to announce it, a nice little formal announcement,
just so you guys could be ready for it.
But to hear more about it, you guys are gonna have to watch my video. So
yeah, so what we're gonna do, you guys could head over to our Instagram. I'll actually put it right here, and it is Act of Faith LA. You guys can go ahead and give us a follow, and you guys are going to be seeing all of the updates that are going to be happening.
There's a lot of stuff happening from here
for the big reveal.
Yeah, from here to a month, there's a lot of things that are going to happen. So go ahead and follow the page now, and we're super excited to show you guys everything. It's going to be something that you guys are going to be really happy with. Very well put together, and you know, thankfully, you know, we're able to be here because of you guys, and I'm excited to talk more about it.
We're so excited, guys.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the stuff. I know we rambled on a little bit, but that's what happens when you talk about your whole life
in one video.
20 minutes.
Yes, guys, but I'm so happy that we were able to just share this with you guys, and I know it was a lot to take in. You guys are going to be hearing a lot more details coming soon, but we just wanted to kind of let you know the basics of everything. But before we end this video, just a huge thank you to you guys once again, because obviously without you, we wouldn't be here.
It feels good to talk about it finally.
Yes, and guys, this is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Make sure you guys head over to Ulises' video so we can go ahead and get all the details regarding that. But we will see you guys on our next video. Love you guys.